This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Man calls for action after near-death experience on Mandela Highway. After his motor vehicle suddenly shut down while traveling along the Mandela Highway 3 weeks ago, Richard Goodhall was attempting to go over what he thought was a regular median in the vicinity of the Hydel group of schools in St. Catherine when he suddenly fell through a gap and into the sewage below, later learning it was a haven for crocodiles. Hardly bearing visible wounds from the ordeal, apart from the scratches on the hand, lips and back, he told the news yesterday that he is still shaken up by the incident as he appealed to the authorities to cover the opening to prevent others from having the same experience. Goodhall said about 8 p.m. on December 15, 2020, he was heading in the direction of Spanish Town when his motor vehicle suddenly stalled. With the area poorly lit, he left the car where it stood and attempted to go to the other side of the road. Looking to the right for oncoming traffic, he approached what appeared to be an ordinary median and jumped over it and into dark, murky waters beneath the road. Goodall said that when he realized the area was completely dark, he immediately panicked as he had no idea to which direction he should swim to get to safety. In the waters, it was very horrific, very terrifying. I was wondering if this was the way I was supposed to die. How did I fall in here? With all those thoughts, I started to sink, and I am a person who can swim, but I didn't know where to swim because I couldn't see anything in the water, he said. Eventually, some light started coming through the creases and I swam towards the column. My left knee bounced in the column and I was able to stand, he recalled. While standing, I realized there was a road across from me and I was beckoning to a lady who passed by, but vehicles were disturbing the sound. He said shortly after calling out to the woman, two men arrived shining flashlights and eventually guided him to safety, telling him he was lucky the crocodiles were not around. They asked me if I could swim and I said yes, and they helped me out, he said. Glad to have survived what he calls a near-death experience, Goodhall wants the hold covered immediately. I wouldn't want it to happen to anyone. I am glad to be alive. I thank the Almighty. If it was somebody who couldn't swim, probably fear alone would have killed them. Mother and sister charged in gruesome St. Mary murder. The mother and sister of a St. Mary man have been charged in connection with his murder on Christmas Day of last year. The deceased is 26-year-old Jerome Forrester, otherwise called Mophead, of Tanklin, Oracabessa, St. Mary. His mother, 63-year-old Leverana Forrester, otherwise called Gemage, and his sister, 32-year-old Anne-Marie Forrester, otherwise called Pinky, both also of Tanklin, have been arrested and charged with conspiracy to murder and murder in relation to the killing. Police report that on Monday, December 28, Jerome was reported missing by his sister and a search was launched. The next day, a partially decomposing dismembered body was found in knitted bags behind the family's yard. Investigators believe that the mother and sister of the man conspired and killed him. Both women were arrested on Tuesday, December 29, 2020, and later charged following an interview. Their court date is being finalized. Interestingly, Jerome's brother, Alfred Forrester, who was also being sought in relation to the murder, was found dead with what appeared to be several wounds on Wednesday, December 30. One COVID death, 43 new cases. Jamaica recorded one more COVID-19 related death and 43 new cases on Monday, according to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The deceased is a 77-year-old male from the UK. His death increased the number of COVID-19 fatalities in Jamaica to 305. The 43 newly confirmed COVID-19 cases bring the total number of infections on record for the island to 13,246. Recoveries increased by 133, bringing total recoveries to 11,106. Of the newly confirmed cases, 26 are females and 17 are males, with ages ranging from 3 months to 89 years. The cases recorded are as follows: St. Mary 11, Kingston and St. Andrew 9, St. James 5, Clarendon 4, Manchester 4, St. Catherine 4, Hanover 2, Portland 2, and Trelawney, 2. There are 6 moderately ill patients and 6 critically ill patients among the 1,675 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all so that you get daily news updates.